Alright, we are in it. We're going to be playing our 7 Blast deck. Again, from taken from an MTG top 8 deck list from Germany. We're going to go ahead and keep this hand. It's a 1 lander, but it's still pretty powerful, I think. If we can get our Voldaren Epicure in play, or maybe even turn 1 Ragavan. I think turn 1 Ragavan is probably the way to go. I understand our opponent probably has a Bolt for this, but we have Experimental Synthesizer to find another land, so I think we're still looking pretty hot. We'll also play the Mishra's Bauble, and we'll activate this right away so that we can get into our land drop. Alright, so Shizo, target legendary gains fear. We'll go ahead and pass the turn. So this means we're going to be searching a lot deeper. Okay, Galvanic Blast. So that means our opponent might be on a very similar strategy as we are. So we're going to find a land. Okay, our opponent's on pretty much the same cards that we are playing. Interesting. All right, very interesting. I mean, this is almost a mirror, except our opponent is splashing black. Let's see if we can get a land. Yes, we do. All right, cool. So we can get probably our Voldaren Epicure into play here. And then we'll pass the turn, putting our opponent at 19. We got 2 artifacts. If we can get a third one, either the Experimental Synthesizer or the Pyrite Spellbomb, we'll be able to activate 4 damage on Galvanic Blast. Our opponent's got a Saga in play, which is not the best. So I think we can probably play our Experimental Synthesizer and then just try to. We've got like 3 Galvanic Blast here, so I'm thinking we should be able to just do some work. Do I want to cast the Ragavan? I mean, sure. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with casting the Ragavan. Lets us block constructs, lets us do a bunch of stuff here. I don't know what this Mishra's Research deck is. Sacrifice Mishra's Research deck, exile the top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them. Until the end of your turn, you may play that card. Okay, so the good thing is our opponent is using their Galvanic Blast on our creatures and not on us, which I'm happy about because that means more fun for us. I'm assuming our opponent isn't on Duress or Thoughtseize, so I think we can probably hold off on playing our blasts. We can save it for the very end here. We can... Let's see, what's our opponent got here. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Because we can actually just kill this with the Pyrite Spellbomb, right? I think we want to kill this with the Pyrite Spellbomb. Yeah, let's do that. Before it gets any bigger. Alright. This is tough. This looks like a tough matchup. I have no idea what our opponents do, what this deck is called. It looks like a very similar deck to what we're doing. So that's the beauty about these like practice tournament matches, is that you're facing a lot of innovative decks, things that you probably wouldn't be otherwise facing in a tournament setting. Oh, I'm not a fan of this. All right, well that's unfortunate. Looks like our Galvanic Blast idea is gonna have to wait at least until we can kill this stupid thing. Yeah, let's just kill this. And then let's kill our the construct token too, right? And then I think we should just attack. I think I'm fine just holding off and saving up our mana for Galvanic Blast in case we need to use it to target anything that they might equip the Shadowspear to. If we can get our opponent to not have any creatures, then we can sort of win with 1/1 beatdown. Okay, so our opponent is getting payoffs from these 1-mana artifacts. It looks like our opponent is on a very similar strategy as we are, except I haven't seen any Shrapnel Blast, but I'm sure that's probably something that they considered. Ah, there it is, Cauldron Familiar. Okay, so I don't have a lot of ways to interact with this. If our opponent equips, then we can just destroy this in response. I think that's the play here. And then we'll just go ahead and hopefully we'll get something out of this experimental. Let's see, why don't we just play the Experimental Synthesizer, see if we can get something on top. It doesn't matter what's on top of our library. We'll be able to either play a land or yeah, we'll either play a land or have, because everything in our deck is either 1 mana or 2 mana at the most. So I think I'm fine with just cracking this right away. Maybe even, well, actually, you know what? I think what we should do is just, let's just attack. Let's see what's on the top of our library. I wanna see if we can turn this into something. Okay, I'm glad I did that, because having a Dragon's Rage Channeler is infinitely better than having a 2/2 Vigilance. So now our clock is a lot better than what it was 2 turns ago. Our board state's looking a lot better. And we've got 3 experimental, what is this thing called? Experimental Synthesizer. The common from Kamigawa that is so powerful. There's a lot of commons from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty that were really powerful. Den of the Bugbear. Okay. I think I want to kill it. I think I want to block this thing. Yeah, I think I want to block this thing. Oh, well, never mind. I take it back. Alright, let's try to cycle this. Alright, let's go ahead and activate this so that we can get something. Unfortunately, we did not get the land. I think we can attack, or actually, let's just hold off on attacking. I think this game is pretty much gone. I think we might have to figure out what to do for our sideboard. I like holding up blockers here. This lets us block the 3/2, and also just lets us block the other 1/1s, the 1/1 goblin tokens. Oh, actually, our opponent can give this thing fear, so they might end up doing that. Yeah, or equipping that works too, I guess. Well, now that we have a Gleeful Demolition, we can do some work. Actually, hold the phone here. Let me reset blockers. This thing has lifelink and trample. I think I'm just gonna kill this, and then maybe block a goblin. Alright, so let's kill the Shadowspear, because that's done a lot of damage already. Let's activate this. We have a land, so we'll be able to play our Dragon's Rage Channeler pretty easily. How are we doing on time? This is our last mountain. We're at 5 life. We're at 18 minutes. Hopefully we'll be able to get a game 2 going. Man, our opponent just keeps refilling. Oh, Shrapnel Blast, there it is. Okay. Alright, so our opponent's pretty much on the same game plan as we are, except they're also in black. I don't know what the implications of that are, other than to say that we probably will do well with Shattering Spree, cast into the fire. Alpine Moon is also a very good one for us. Pithing Needle is plus or minus. It's good against Urza Saga. I think we're taking out our Urza Saga in this matchup. Yeah, I think we're taking out our Urza Saga. Shadowspear actually is a pretty good card, but I don't really want to go overboard on that stuff. Does Graveyard Hate do anything here? It's good against the cat. Do I want to deal with the cat with Graveyard Hate? Let's see. We've got a lot of good stuff already. Let's cut the Urza Sagas right now. I think we should cut those since we're bringing in Alpine Moon. And then I don't really like the Underworld Breach that much. Let's cut one Underworld Breach. Let's cut 2 Underworld Breaches. Hold on a second. I think we should cut the Lava Spike because it doesn't deal damage to creatures. And then I think we should. Oh, do we want another Pyrite Spellbomb? I think we do. I think that's a very important card to have. I actually really like the Soul Guide Lanterns. Maybe even the Tormod's Crypt. But I don't know what... I mean, Soul Guide Lantern's good because it cycles. Tormod's Crypt doesn't really do anything other than just be an artifact. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with this. And then we can cut, like, I don't know, let's cut an Experimental Synthesizer. Let's cut... Ragavan doesn't do a whole lot here. Let's cut Ragavan. I like Gleeful Demolition. Let's cut 2 Ragavan. Let's just cut all the Ragavans. I don't like Ragavan that much because it didn't do anything last game. It just kind of was just a target for removal. This is actually a keepable hand, I think. We have Gleeful Demolition not targeting ourselves, but targeting opposing artifacts. Keep in mind we do have Jegantha. I have a bad habit of forgetting that we have Jegantha. Alright, so we should try to get we should try to find our Graveyard Hate. We did bring in, from what I recall, we did bring in 2 pieces. Probably should have played the fetch land, but I think I'm fine with this. Our life total does matter. And I kind of want to use Gleeful Demolition on our own artifact here. I think that's a good strategy here. It's better than a Dragon's Rage Channeler that doesn't guarantee itself being a 3/3. They have Den of the Bugbear. You need 4 mana to activate that. Ooh, another. So I don't know what this does, but as far as I can tell, it is a target for our Gleeful Demolition. Sacrifice an artifact. Damage to each opponent. You gain 1 life. Okay. So let's just swing with everything. Okay. Play our land. Get a mountain. Play Dragon's Rage. Maybe I shouldn't have played the land. Maybe I should have. Oh, this is actually fine. We'll keep this on top. Yeah, this works out perfectly. Because then we can just cast this thing. Yep, that lets us cast this. Destroy that. Let's I actually like this card, but I think we already have one, so let's just put that in the yard. So they're gonna drain life in response, which is fine. What's in our graveyard right now? We've got sorcery, creature. Okay. So I say we Gleeful Demolition our own experiment. Hopefully, no matter what, we'll be able to cast it, which is good value. Alright, cool. So our opponent just concedes here. Because I think we definitely took over the game here. Oh, no game 3? Really? I mean, it would have been a good game 3. we had a very we both had very interesting decks, but that's fine.